Article 12. Inspiration in the age of AI. Is inspiration important? My name is James Stuart and I write books. In fact, I write many books, so I know a thing or two about writing. I know for a fact that people who read and write books want something extraordinary. The world is full of mediocrity and ordinary, and we want better. There are some writers who believe that even when they write fiction, writing is about 90% perspiration and 10% inspiration. They believe that everything should be scripted and planned to the nth degree. This ignores the fact that inspiration portrays the full spectrum of the dynamism of life. Together with all its great unknowns and sudden changes of direction, how could this ever be scripted? I understand completely that everyone is different, with different perceptions and different ways of doing things. But, as it happens, I completely disagree with those writers who want to plan everything out to a strict set of outcomes, narrowing the possibilities. In reality, our possibilities are endless. For me, I believe writing fiction is about 90% inspiration and 10% perspiration. When I write, the strangest thing happens. I close my eyes and it is as if I am reaching out there across the great void, far, far away to some distant dimension where there are people just like us. I feel what they're feeling, I hear their words, I experience what they experience, I bear witness to their actions and the consequences of those actions, which I then transfer to the page. This entire process is called inspiration. On a personal level, inspiration is that intangible stuff that makes us want to laugh and scream, love and hate and fear. It makes us dream deeply and reach forward to achieve those dreams. This is all about freedom. Freedom to think, freedom to be, freedom to express ourselves fully. This is at the core of what it means to be human. If freedom is captured, then it becomes less than free. If human nature is constrained, then we become less than human. I am about to take you on a brief journey through the distant past to the present and on into the future, and I will show you how vitally important inspiration is and how, for the first time ever, inspiration is under grave threat. So, off to the past. For countless eons, the human race has been subject to evolutionary forces. We understand this is not about survival of the strongest, for if it was, then we would be surrounded by dinosaurs and mammoths, and we are not. We are, in fact, thin-skinned, defensive creatures, yet have become the dominant species in the world. How can this possibly be so? It can be so because we have one great trait, one great attribute, and that is our adaptability to change. Many thousands of years ago, our ancestors ranged across the wilderness, regardless of where in the world that wilderness was. They found new lands, and over the horizon, they knew there would be success. But within these new lands, and before they could reach those distant successes, their path was blocked by new challenges and obstacles. They understood that by doing the same thing over and over again, they would be unable to overcome those challenges and obstacles because doing the same thing over and over again resulted only in mediocrity and ordinary. They understood that any species who was mediocre and ordinary would likely go extinct. And yet here we are. We are here because our ancestors had inspiration. They were inspired to find new solutions to the new challenges and obstacles. We here, at this moment, at this time, are a direct result of the sacrifices and struggles and inspirations of our ancestors. We are here because they were successful. Inspiration created the first footprints of civilization, and this is an incredible realization. Fast forward to around 500 or 600 years ago. A group of sailors stood on the western shores of Europe, looking out at what might be an endless ocean, daring to wonder, what if? Another group of people passed by, and they said, "You must be mad. You will obviously be eaten by monsters." Another group of people passed by and said, "You must be mad, because you will die a horrible death from the storms reaching out across the horizon." Another group of people passed by and said, "You must be mad, because you will obviously fall off the edge of the world. As we all know, the world is flat." And so all those people with doubts and fears returned to the mediocre and ordinary lives in war-torn, disease-racked Europe, hoping nothing bad would happen to them, because bad things only happened to other people, right? But what happened next? That first group of people jumped on board their ship and sailed across the western horizon, sailed toward the setting sun. And what happened? They changed the world. Through inspiration and inspirational action, they changed the world. I'm not saying it was good or bad, or right or wrong. It just is, because that is what we do. We are inspirational creatures. We thrive on inspiration, and we believe in endless possibilities where life is not scripted. Off on a slight tangent, I once wrote a story about a group of sailors in an old-fashioned sailing ship, sailing to find the edge of the world, and they found it. But also, through inspiration, they found a way to sail beyond the edge of the world, beyond the confines. I think that this is quite incredible, and shows that with inspiration we can achieve anything we want. So, off to the present. Today we are faced with a series of complex challenges and obstacles. In this way we are very similar to our ancestors. These complex challenges and obstacles require innovative answers. No one person, no one company, no one country has all the answers. These complex challenges and obstacles require a concerted approach based on innovation if they are to be overcome, because just like our ancestors, we understand that by doing the same thing over and over again, we only inspire to be mediocre, and we are better than that. And yet, we already see decisions that are mediocre and ordinary. I'm not saying the world will end, because it will not. There will just be significant change. Off to the future. I've already told you I write books. What I haven't told you is that for the past 25 or 30 years, such a long time, I have been engaged at the forefront of business-orientated global transformational change. I have seen the inside of many globally branded organizations. I know what makes them tick. I know their challenges and what they want to achieve. I'm telling you this because I would like you to understand that what I'm about to say is not based on possibility or probability. It is based on 100% certainty. Within 3 to 5 years, artificial intelligence will change everything we know. I'm not saying the world will end because of some Terminator-style event. That will not happen. The world doesn't work that way. And if anyone is interested, I can explain the way it does work due to my extensive research. However, looking at the robots currently being produced in China, you would be forgiven for thinking the worst. At this moment, at this time, vast amounts of money are being ploughed into AI research and development. AI is being produced for good reasons, but it will have unintended consequences. For example, AI is in the process of revolutionizing early stage detection and treatment of some specific cancers, which means some specific cancers will be a thing of the past in our lifetime. I heard the other day that for the first time ever, robots under human supervision conducted their first ever heart transplant. Truly amazing. AI is the new industrial revolution. It has already started in business and is advancing rapidly. Vast areas of business will be utterly transformed with good and bad consequences. On a personal level, I first saw adverts from AI companies a number of years ago saying, "We can help you write your emails." This was followed very quickly by AI companies telling us they can enhance your photographs. This turned out to be quite funny in a way. You just need to go on any social media platform to find a mass of AI enhanced photographs. You know they're AI enhanced because you take one look at them and go, "Oh, this is just not possible." It is with AI, it is with technology. Has anyone ever listened to AI music? The first time I heard AI music, I thought, wow, this is actually quite good. And so I listened to more and more and more. But after a while, my brain began to pick up patterns. The brain is good at distinguishing patterns. And I thought, wait a minute, didn't I just listen to this? Yes, I did. And I began to understand that while inspiration was all-encompassing, AI at this time was much more narrow in scope because it was governed by a programmed set of outcomes, which at this time could not be exceeded. The world was starting to be planned and scripted, resulting in the loss of endless possibility, aspiring to be mediocre. With regards to books, I am now seeing adverts from AI companies stating, so you want to write a book? All you need to do is input some basic details on one end, this goes through the machine and out pops your AI produced book. True, it will be very similar to other AI produced books because of those restricted programmed set of outcomes. And therein is the problem. There is an old adage that states, if you don't use it, you lose it. And within the next 3 to 5 years, the extent of machine learning will mean that narrow and confined set of programmed outcomes will expand rapidly, inadvertently to take over the natural territory of inspiration. If you don't use it, you lose it, and slowly, piece by piece, we are in grave danger of losing our natural ability to recognize and utilize inspiration, resulting in a species that aspires to be mediocre and ordinary. This is clearly a danger within a fast-moving world that will most definitely create new challenges and obstacles. Where will the inspiration come from to overcome those challenges and obstacles? We will wake up one morning and tell ourselves we need a dose of inspiration. What will we do? We will press a button and the machine will give us what it believes is inspiration. And piece by piece we will begin to lose our abilities, that which makes us most human. This is one of those unintended consequences. And so we have a choice. Like some of those people on the shores of Western Europe looking out across the endless ocean, we can return home to our ordinary lives in the hope that nothing bad will happen to us, or we can jump on ship and we can sail towards the distant horizon for mere mortals to stand and gaze in awe at our achievements. This is inspiration. This is what is hardwired into our DNA. This is what makes us human and is one great attribute that will help us survive into the future. If you want to save the world, save our humanity. Just like our ancestors faced with new challenges and obstacles, we who are here must find a way to be inspirational and not succumb to the temptation of simply pressing that button. We who are here understand inspiration, and we understand the need to be inspired in a fast-changing world. Do not let go of the future. Create inspiration and spread inspiration, because this is the one thing that will underline our survival and our natural striving for greatness. This is what it means to be human. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, where everything is indeed possible.
A series of articles by J.S. Stuart. Number 1. The 3,000-year-old war. Number 2. The aging process. Number 3. AI, the first level of control. Number 4. AI informatics. Number 5. The continuing AI revolution. Number 6. China. Number 7. Data. Do we understand what's about to happen? Number 8. Disability. Do we pretend to care? Number 9. Fear. Number 10. Hypnosis. Eroticism for women. Number 11. Hypnosis. Managing stress. Number 12. Inspiration in the age of AI. Number 13. Islamic Republic of Iran, the enemy of civilization, written before the latest war. Number 14. Why do women often prefer more mature men? Number 15. Program rescue. Number 16. Rewriting history. Number 17. Tao. Number 18. The art of seduction. Number 19. The audacity of hope. Number 20. The essence of negotiation. Number 21. The future of warfare.